So today is now Friday, and on Monday I burned my hand pretty bad, and I don't know, this doesn't really deserve an update, but I kind of wanted to share it. So on homesteading I already posted a picture, but yeah. So you can't totally tell, it's kind of like a red leathery purple, and it hasn't blistered, it's not open or anything. People were calling it like a 3rd-degree burn. It's not that bad. And I'm just going to let it heal naturally. I'm going to keep putting vitamin E and aloe and turmeric and coconut oil. I'm going to keep it clean and dry and give it air, but keep it covered so it's not getting any UV. And I really I want to be able to trust my body to heal itself naturally. Every time I get hurt, I always have people say to me, go to the hospital. And my personal belief is that hospitals for minor stuff don't really do anything. You get a dog bite, they'll give you some, it's literally just like a little dollar store tube of super glue that they'll put on it, and then they'll put a nice band-aid over it, and they'll charge you $500 and send you on your way. And you may remember that I cut my finger pretty badly in July, early July. I was cutting an avocado pit, and I was holding it like a moron. I thought that I could just, and I totally took off my finger. I'd say about that much was, about that was gone. And I'm not good with blood, so the story behind that, everybody already knows this, but as soon as it happened, I grabbed some paper towel, put it over my finger really, really tightly, and I knew I was going to pass out because that's just the way that I am. I'm useless around emergency situations. So I put my bike helmet on, and the next thing I know, I woke up on the floor. So I'm glad I had my helmet on. And then I stumbled to the bathroom. It happened again. I passed out on the way to the bathroom. And I just kind of sat down on the toilet and tried to get my bearings. And I called my, at the time, boyfriend, and I texted him to come get me, and he did right away. So within 10 minutes he was there, and he took me to the drugstore. He tried to take me to the ER, and I wouldn't let him. But at that point I was really panicked. Like, I thought that I could almost see bone. The day that I came home, a piece of my finger was sitting there on the cutting board. So it was pretty disgusting. Like, it was just there, and it had a piece of my nail attached to it, and it had my little like silver nail polish, and it just, ugh. That was really bad, and I thought that my finger might be just messed up forever, but it totally healed itself. I ate lots of garlic, I rested, I took care of myself, and I mean, I don't know what to say. I think the body has miraculous powers to heal itself, and if we give it more credit, more time, more attention, and more nutrients, I think that our bodies can repair, and you just have to, have faith. And I'm not telling you not to seek medical attention. If you feel that that's right for you, go to the doctor. Please don't make yourself sick trying to, put that off. If it's a really serious thing, or you just feel like that's what you want to do, that's good. Go get medical attention. I'm not saying that you should always forego it, but I tend to err on the side of saving money and letting my body work stuff out itself, and it usually works for me. I don't think I've ever had an infection that I can remember, and I have, piercing here. I got these done in the kitchen in high school. It was not like the super sanitary environment. I've got these, my tongue, and my stomach used to be pierced, so never gotten an infection. I've had lots of accidents where I fall off my bike or I burn myself. This was making noodles, by the way. I was just holding the jar of water, or the jar that should have had water, and I was pouring the hot, and instead of all over my hand instead, and it took me about, I'm going to say, a full 1.5 seconds to process what was happening and stop. So I was just sitting there pouring it before my brain started going, what the are you doing? So anyway, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I think it's, at this point, probably just going to keep putting good stuff on it. I'm guessing that the skin will probably fall off, but I'm just going to keep it really, really clean and let it do what it needs to do. And I know I don't have nerve damage because I can feel when I touch it, and it's not hurting most of the time. If I put a lot of pressure on it, it does still hurt. So I want to make juicing videos for you guys. I bought 25 pounds of carrots at the grocery store because they give you a big discount, and I would love to juice those carrots and make a beautiful video and do moss terrariums. I have all this lichen and awesome stuff from my road trip up to the farm. And I was thinking of putting this, look how beautiful the color is. I was going to put those into little jars, and I have all this moss from a redwood tree, and I've got it just sitting on a wet washcloth in this old fruit container. And at some point I will make that video, I really will. And I've got avocados growing by my bedside. I've still got this little quince, and I've got mock orange in the kitchen, and there are all these things that I want to show you guys, but I want to wait for my hand to get better. So I'm just going to continue working, trying to rest up, eating lots of garlic, and just having the best health possible given the circumstances. And I hope that you guys are great, and I will talk to you soon. And maybe, I guess my question of the night will be, tell me about a time when you overcame something. So maybe a physical injury, something that happened to you. You can either say what happened or what you did, whether or not you went to the doctor, how you helped yourself, and maybe give a tip. My tip would be, don't put ice on a burn. My first reaction was to grab ice, and I put it for about 20 minutes, and it numbed it, and it felt really good. And then the minute that I took the ice off, it felt like someone was holding a match up to my skin for about an hour, and that was just not a good idea. I read later that you're never supposed to put ice on a burn, only cold water. So it seems kind of counterintuitive. You would want to like stifle that with as much cold as possible, right? That's not the case. So no ice, and maybe that'll help you maybe someday. I hope you don't get burnt, but if you do, don't do the ice. Okay. And yes, I will speak to you all very shortly. Have a great week.